Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please hit that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys, and that also helps more people finding this video. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you want to get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all sorts of trade ideas and setups, definitely check out the Patreon, and that link will be down below in the description. And now let's get right into it. Dow is down 0.71%, Nasdaq down 0.20%, S&P down 0.32%, and Russell going down big 1.27%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500, and you can clearly see on top healthcare leading the way, and then we got technology, communication services down because of Meta, energy, consumer defensive, financial, industrials, and especially on bottom lagging behind extremely red, basic materials, real estate, utilities, and consumer cyclical. And what we have here on stock market map, especially right here, Eli Lilly up 5.77% in another big rally. I mean, this should be included with Magnificent 7. This should be Magnificent 8 or 9, something like that. It's just insane how much this thing went up, especially if you look at monthly chart. I mean, that thing is just off the page. And then Meta down 3.28%, Tesla going down 3.65%, Google up almost 1%, and then we got Nvidia again, another green day, up 4.79%, AMD down 1.93%, Microsoft going down today 1.35%, and Apple going up almost 1% on the day. And you can see why IWM was down today. Regional banks are not doing that well. Even bigger banks are also down on the day. So quickly want to show you guys this, but I'm not going to play a video that is just too long. But he was on 60 Minutes, Jay Powell, and he pretty much took a victory lap on inflation, saying that, I mean, it's almost there. The soft landing is there. Nothing happened. Economy is strong and everything is fine. And I think we did it. And the second thing was rate cuts. It's not happening in March, but looks like going into May, we might see at least 25 basis points getting cut. So there's going to be 3 rate cuts or maybe even more later on, depending on if something actually happens here. So, this guy now telling that, the job is pretty much done, but he does not want to take a full credit yet, and it's just insane. Like, inflation is not coming down. Food cost at all-time highs right now. We are paying for everything pretty much. You go into any food market where you can buy food, and you will see you spend like $300-400, and basically you got nothing, absolutely nothing. Maybe you can last 3-4 days, maybe even a week, depending on family size, but it's not coming down. But according to this guy, it's coming down. So I mean, we all know that he's a puppet for Wall Street, and whatever he's saying, before he said inflation will just come down, we don't have to do anything. What happened? That thing skyrocketed, right? And now he's telling us that we're almost there. Soft landing is there and everything will be fine, and I think we did a great job. Well, I don't think so. I think he messed up big time, just giving market more chances for big rallies to the upside and more money coming in. And that means one thing, guys. I mean, in inflation, it's not going to come down. If everyone just making more and more money, yes, it's a good thing, everyone wants to make money, but you're also spending more. So basically, you're not going anywhere. Just do the math. So quickly want to show you guys, and you guys can watch that video if you want. It's on YouTube, and I think it's like a 13 to 15 minutes video, but it's totally crap, whatever he said. And he was about to take credit, almost took it right there, but he just it's pretty much the same thing that he says on FOMC, that soft landing and all that, and the rate cuts are coming very soon, but it's gonna be really slow and small. So let's see what happens with Jay Powell. Are we actually going to see a soft landing here in near future? So let's have a quick look at HYG smart money high yield bond, and you can see this thing never got up to this high 78, and now today we actually gapped down, and then market also came down, but S&P 500 and especially Nasdaq 100 went right back up, and this thing is down 0.5%. So whenever you see smart money actually selling out and S&P 500 going even higher and hitting multiple times all-time highs, that is a red flag, because we saw a bit of a selling today. But trust me when I say this, a lot of people, just like when market was coming down 3-4 months ago, and I said, guys, this is actually a huge buying opportunity. Market will go right back up. And guess what comment I got? QQQ going down to 160 and all that. And market just rallied. And you guys can see market's still going up. And now it's time to be really careful here in this market, especially going long and holding longer term positions here in this market and buying at the top. And why? You can already see smart money selling out and dumb money staying in here on S&P 500 and thinking that, yeah, this is the dip, on top. Just because we got few dollar dip, it was bought up today. So here on SPY ETF, you can see a different picture. How many times this thing going up and hitting fresh new all-time highs? Multiple times. And now on Friday, 496, we got a bit of a pullback down to 490, not even filling this gap, 489.23 off of 490. And why 490 was a support today? Look at this. 5-day moving average exactly sitting at 490, 3 penny short. This thing went right back up and now trading at 490 to 55. So this is gonna be your line in the sand right here, 490 to 489, this gap. Only below that, watch out for 485, 483, and possibly slightly below 483, we got this gap at 482.72. And at some point, SPY ETF breaks under this support, then you're going to see a lot more selling down to the first stop, 478, and then even more, maybe all the way down to 474 to 472 50-day moving average. But you can see that's a long way down, so I don't want to go that route right now. Let's see where things go tomorrow. As long as 490 to 489 can hold, you're going to see 495 again and possibly even 500. Below this support, then watch out for 485 to 483, right down here to this gap, 482.72. And here's my X account, and if you're on there, definitely give me a follow. There's no subscription, nothing you gotta go through. It's totally free, and I do share a lot more information, including plays like this one. So a lot of people actually think like, why there's so many winners? You gotta know what you're doing in the market, and I've been doing this for 20 years. And here's the play from today, and just look at the timing, guys. Netflix, and you can see it right here, 560, 562. That is the area that I'm looking for to buy calls. 600 strike, way out of the money, because this thing can move. 9:30 a.m. I was live with my Patreon group, got in right here. Look at the timing. Within 2-3 minutes, it's time to take profit. It was up over 10 bucks and then ran even more. I think it was 577 almost. And then I got out completely. This thing paid. So all these trade ideas, and this is the only one that I'm sharing today with you guys. There were more today, like Apple, Airbnb did not work out because I didn't even hold that too long. Nvidia also showed it, and I just don't post everything here, but some of these plays, these can pay a lot of money, especially if you can time it. Now, if I was holding it up until maybe 940, maybe 50, guess what? Netflix came back, right? So the timing is the key here, because you cannot overstay your welcome, because if you do that, you're going to lose money on day trade. Now, Netflix, there is a bull flag, so I was looking at it since this weekend, and this thing popped. I mean, immediately, right at opening, this thing exploded. So, if you want to get all kinds of trade ideas And these are not some like alert services. That's not what I'm doing. These are my own personal trades that I take for myself and I share with everyone else. It's not like some bots trading and you're getting buy and sell. That is not what actually I'm doing. So if you're interested, guys, definitely check out their link down below in the description. On triple key, basically a flat day, and you can see this thing came down to 425 and not even filling this gap, went right back up. And I said it before in my video over the weekend that watch out right down here, 420, 488 to 425, 5-day moving average, and not even quite touching it, guys. Went right back up and now trading at 428. So yes, 428 right here, you can see that is a support. We got rejected before at 428 and now that is holding below 428, 425 to 423, and then this gap 420 to 38. We also have now strong support at 420, 418, 20-day moving average, and then we can talk about this gap down here 413.58. As long as triple key can hold above 425, we could see a push back up to 432 to 435. On DIA, it's down 0.74%, and if you look at my screen, it's holding above 13-day moving average right here, 381, and getting down to 382, but not even touching it, went right back up and now holding right here at 383. So here on DIA, as long as DIA can hold right here at 383 to 384, and you can see this was a huge resistance before, but we broke through it and got up to a fresh new all-time high and now pulling back and it's trying to hold right here around 383 to 384, sitting in between right now 383.58. So going into tomorrow's session, above 384, I would say this thing can go up to 387 to even 392. And below that, watch out for the support down here, 381, 380, 20-day moving average, and then all the way down here also 378. This is where DIA got rejected before, so that's going to be a support, and then 376 all the way down to 371. On IWM, it's down 1.27%. So this big rally happened because of rate cuts. And as soon as the market find out that it's not happening anytime soon, guess what? They're dumping small caps again. IWM down, and you can see this thing actually came down to 190 today. And then we saw a bounce back after the resistance 193, and I actually had calls. I sold right here, and then this thing came back down, and now trading at close to 192. So this thing definitely breaking down, and this was a lower high. Now we could be going for a lower low, and that is gonna be going below 188. So watch out, unless we get a move back up over 193, then this thing can run up to right here 195 to even 198, and until we get that breakout over 193, there is a risk this thing can come down to 190, 188, and soon as 188 gives up, quickly this thing can drop all the way down to 183, and that is because no rate cuts are happening, at least at this moment. On TNX, it's up whopping 3.25%. Now, in my video over the weekend, what I said, someone is lying here. Even though the market went back up, it's not green on the day. But look at this thing, guys. Gapped up, massive gap up, and then ran and ran all day up to almost 42, 41.81. And look at it. Finally, it's holding 41 as a support, and looks like we might be going for 40 to 36 and possibly up to this high 43.70. But so far, it actually did nothing to the market, especially big growthy names. All are up on the day, especially Nvidia. Nothing happened. Now here on TNX, on a pullback, you want to watch 41 to 40 strong support, and to the upside now, Bollinger Band expanded up to 40 to 36. So that is going to be the next stop, and then watch out for a move up to 43.70. On dollar, it's up 0.5%, and you can see this one also exploding, going above upper Bollinger Band 104.28 and got up to the next resistance right here 104.48, and you can see exactly closing near the resistance right here 104.48. So the dollar also breaking out, but guess what? no effect on S&P 500. It just hanging in there, not coming down. So what's going to happen? Are we going to see dollar actually exploding even higher, and then finally S&P 500 breaking down, and we get a nice juicy pullback, a correction, maybe 7 to 10%, and who knows, if it actually goes deep, maybe even 15-20%. So watch out for that. The dollar, the resistance will be right here, and if this thing actually breaks out and holds right here, then we can talk about more upside, maybe up to this high right here, and that is around 106, and that's going to put a lot more pressure on S&P 500 if this thing runs up to 106. On a pullback, now you need to watch right here, 5-day moving average 103.82 and then 103.58. On VIX is down 1.30% and now it's trading below 1381 5-day moving average and trading at 1367. So the next support definitely down below at 13, and the resistance here on top now 1381 up to 14.65 upper Bollinger Band right here. And you can see this thing came up to this Bollinger Band, got rejected and came back down, also took out 5-day moving average. So VIX here, nothing really happening. And just like I said before, I don't see a breakout here on VIX unless this thing breaks above 15. We see some consolidation and then a rally all the way up to 18 to 20 bucks. And that is when you're going to see a deeper correction here in this market. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.